Welcome back, Unkinda Screw, to another video. We are playing Sultai Reanimator, also known as Kvero.deck. Recently, there was Worlds 31, and there's one Sultai Reanimator deck that made in the top 8 by Ken Yukuhiro. So we're going to play that deck today. And it has some different additions than what previous Kvero decks have been running. For example, this version is playing Analyze the Pollen. The previous versions on like Arena wasn't playing Analyze the Pollen. So I think this is a fun way that we can find Kvero when we're trying to combo off. It's also playing Oblivious Bookworm. At the beginning of your end step, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card unless a permanent entered the battlefield face down under your control. So we're not morphing this turn, so it's always a guaranteed loot. And it has 3 toughness on turn 2, which seems pretty solid. But the Town Greeter, it's playing Brood Spinner, another 3 toughness creature, 2/3 reach when it enters Surveil 2 for 2, which is still pretty strong. We're playing 4 Beard of Triumph, destroy target creature or planeswalker, pay 3 life or discard a card. 3 drop, I love this card. Waken the Honor Dread, destroy target non-land permanent. Saga 2, mill 3 cards, and then Saga 3, you may discard a card when you do return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. So good way to get a land, good way to get Kvero back. And then the 4 drop, Kvero says you may have it enter as a copy of any creature in a graveyard except it's still Kvero, and it's a 4/4 spider human, which is great because even if they exile 1 card, Kvero checks the card on resolution. I don't target a card in the graveyard, which is really nice. And then our top end, what are we copying with Kvero? We have 2 of Harvester of Misery. When this creature enters -2, -2 for all other creatures until end of turn. Or we can discard this card, target creature gets -2, -2. Good way to kill Badger Mole. We are playing the full set of Overlord. We pen or pay for 5. When this enters or attacks, mill 4 cards and return a non-avatar creature card or planeswalker from the graveyard to the hand. Playing 1 of Terror of the Peaks, kind of like our finisher. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature deals damage equal to that creature's power to any target. So whenever you bring your entire graveyard back, this just pings our opponent. Bringer of the Last Gifts. When it enters, if you cast it, each player sacrifices all the creatures they control, and then each player returns all creature cards from your graveyard. So Kvero copies Bringer of the Last Gifts, and it still counts as casting, so it brings back everything from the graveyard. And then Arden. Demons you control Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. And then at the beginning of combat this turn, exile 1 target creature from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of the card, except it's a 5/5 black demon, so it has Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. Another addition to this deck, which I like, it's playing Analyze the Pollen, is a way to get Cavernous Souls. I know some older versions playing 3 versions of Cavernous Souls, sometimes 4, but in this version, you can Analyze the Pollen with Collect Evidence to find the 1 of Cavernous Souls, and it cleans up your mana base a little bit better. I know in the past there was some issue with the mana base when you're playing so many Cavernous Souls. In the sideboard today, we have Intimidation Tactic. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose an artifact or creature card in exile. We got Deep Cavern Bat. Look at the target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it until creature leaves. More hand disruption. Soul Guide Lantern if we're trying to fight against Lessons or the Mirror. We have 1 of Webstrike Elite. We saw this on camera. This card is really spicy. You can find it with Analyze Pollen, and when you cycle this card, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment with mana value X. So it's a way in the sideboard that we can go find and be disrupted with Analyze Pollen. He also playing Glarb. I love Glarb. If you haven't seen Glarb, he is a fun commander, but also is finding his way in standard top 8 of Worlds. Let's go! You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may play lands and cast spells with mana value 4 or greater from the top of your library. This is including Kvero. Or you can Surveil 2. Fill up our graveyard, find what we need. Urgent Necropsy is destroy up to 1 target artifact, 1 target creature, 1 target enchantment, and 1 target planeswalker, equal to whatever you collect evidence to CMC cost. Great card. I like this as a 1 of. I am a fan because it is instant speed. We have a 1 of Disruptive Stormblood. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less, or when it enters, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Overall tool, we can find it with Analyze Pollen, or bring it back from the graveyard with Kvero. It comes in a lot of matchups. It's really solid. And then a second Cavernous Souls in case we are playing against the Azorius deck that loves to play Demolition Field and kills our first Cavernous Souls. We have a second one. So that's the list today. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This is Ken Yukuhiro's top 8 Kvero deck. Opponent goes first. We can't play anything in our hand, so I'm gonna mulligan that. Looks a little better. We throw away an Arden. We can analyze, right? This is green. Analyze into Brood Spinner. You just play a passage. So Analyze the Pollen. Probably getting a Swamp. We're playing the Mirror. Oh, baby. But they're playing the Town Greeter version. So it's a race to who plays Kvero first? which is awkward. So we're going to play our Brood Splinter. I don't need extra lands, or we're just going to like fill our graveyard with stuff. Next turn we can Bitter Triumph, throw away Arden. Grab their Arden. That'd be funny. Grab their Bringer the Last Gift. This is going to be awkward. Analyze the pollen for what? Their own Kavero? Yeah, sure. So we can play this tapped. Pass. So you can play your own Kavero on what? Yeah, your Kavero is copying Arden. Okay. Discard a card, throw away my own Arden. What a weird matchup. This is funny. Okay. Watery Grave on Kavero. Oh, I could take their own Kavero. Arden. And then grab their Kavero. What is going on? Okay. So we want to bring Intimidation Tactics, some Bats, some Soul Guide Lanterns. Do I want to bring in Glarb? I kind of want to bring in Glarb. Glarb's sick. Take out Terror. Take out Brood Sprinter. Take out a Bitter Triumph. I don't have Cease and Desist. I'm playing a 1-for-1 version of the deck that made top 8 at Worlds. We're just playing Soul Guide Lantern. What do I cut, though? I got a Harvester, probably. What else? What else? Maybe it's not a Glarb matchup? I want to play Glarb so bad. Maybe I need to combo them and keep Tarot in if it's the mirror. Yeah. So it means we take, what, a Bringer out? And maybe a Bookworm? And a Bitter Triumph? And go 61 special? Let's try it like this. I feel like I just, like, become a new deck sideboard. Maybe I take a Kavero out? I don't know. One goes first. We have Deep Cavern Bat. We have Overlord. We can try it. Play a Passage tap, so we can just analyze a pawn and go get our Swamp. And we can either Overlord or Deep Cavern Bat. Probably Deep Cavern Bat the following turn to take their Kavero. That's my guess. So let's just Overlord. The only downplay about doing this is if they have 2 Kaveros. All my Glarbs. Okay. My Kavero could become a Glarb. Intimidation Tactics. Probably taking my Deep Cavern Bat or my Kavero. Sure. They missed a land drop, though, which is really good after they swang for 2. They're missing land drops. I think I just want to Waken on their Bookworm, right? That's their only form of card advantage now, and they missed land drops for a couple turns. Now we can deep cavern bat them. Intimidation tactics, probably taking my bat, yeah. There's a Cavero, that's good. Play Hedge Maze. Get a land. We can analyze the pollen for what? Sorry, Glarbs. Oh, I want to keep a Glarb in there though. We can't. The Glarbs have to go if we want Cabero. My opponent just gives up. Okay, that works. I get to play first. We have Spinner. We can analyze the pollen. Sure, I'll keep it. So we can play Blooming Marsh first for analyze the pollen to go find an island. Birds, so they're probably control. Gross. So we'll play our Verge and play our Brood Spinner first to try to get out on the board. We can draw the Bookworm next turn, that's fine. Ooh, it's Jeskai. Okay. So that means I want to Overlord and try to find a land. We didn't find a land, but we found a Cavero. It's a juicy graveyard, though. We need to find a Cavero sooner than later. Authority. Well, that ruins my plan. But we can still play Cavero on Bringer and bring everything back. The downplay, I want to submit 0 here. The downplay of this is if they play a split up, and we can get got by that. If not, we can kill them next turn. Battlefront, okay. I guess I should have put Blood Spinner out, but my Arden, no. Okay. Still slowly present lethal. Play our Bookworm. Hold up our removal if we need it. Throw away a Harvester. Show me board wipe. Nope. On the next game. Okay. So we're bringing in Stormbrood. We're bringing in Elite. We're bringing in Soul Guide Lantern. Another Cavern. What? Breeding Pool. Bring in Tactics. Not a Bitter Triumph matchup. If they're going to get me with tokens, they're going to get me. Not a Harvester matchup. Maybe we can go down 1 here and 1 here. Cavern Bats does seem good here. You can bring it on the play for game 3. I did dodge that. I got lucky. They're going to bring all that in. We won game 1, which is the important one. Now it's an uphill battle. And we cannot do it with this hand. I don't know why I brought in Soul Guide Lanterns. What was I thinking? What? I really did that. Well, my shame is going to be everywhere for everyone to see. Whoops. So we can Hedge Maze. Cavero in the graveyard is fine. We can Cavern of Souls on Spider. They Fire Bricks, yep. Another Cavero. Interesting. Spider. And play our spinner. Both of those are good, but we can't cast this. So maybe another spinner is fine. Try to put more cards in graveyard, guaranteed. Or I could have pitched it for a land. Yeah, there's a synthesizer. Now the race is on. Spider number 2. That is our 4th land. I guess we can do something like that with 2 Caveros out. Because next turn we can Cavero into Overlord and fill our graveyard again. Since we have a second Cavero. United Battlefront. Just 1, 2, 3 curve. The perfect dream. Did you whiff with Collected Company? No, you found a Ghost Vacuum. All right. Are you going to take Cavero or Overlord? They took Overlord. Yep. Put this on Avatar. Get a Bookworm is fine. And we can Bookworm and pass. Get some triggers. Pitch another Overlord, that's fine. I'm expecting them to take Bringer here. Cavero does not target, by the way. So they sack this to get a Scrap Bot. Yeah, you got me, brother. All right. I think that might be game in game 1. Authority, yeah. Okay, let's go to game 2. Let's go to game 3. Scrapbot and Ghost Vacuum. Pretty gross. So let's bring in Urgent. I don't know why I brought in Soul Guide Lanterns. No one saw that. I think we just bring in the bats, man. No one saw that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll try keeping this. It's a little slow, but it has all of our colors and it has Awaken with interaction. It can fill up our graveyard. Turn 1 Ghost Vacuum. You got it. I think I'm just not going to play anything then. And we can Awaken, Honor, Dread their Ghost Vacuum. Play Fired Brick, sure. And next turn we can Overlord to fill up our graveyard. Another Ghost Vacuum. Okay. All right, Awaken, what are we going to find? Let's keep it pending. They can't take everything from my graveyard. Can take our Stoomblood there to get rid of Ghost Vacuum eventually. Guaranteed land on top is fine. We can pass from here. So they can get what? They can take Cavero. This is return target creature land card. If we do that, I guess we can bring back Bookworm. We just slam a Battlefront. Yeah. A miss? There's no way that card misses. What? That card never misses. I mean, I'll take it, because now we get to ditch an Arden. Bring back, honestly, a land, right? Let's bring back a land. get the land, play the dragon, hit the vacuum, swing for 2. Next turn, we can get back Arden and Bookworm. Unless they have, like, a Wrath. We're gonna try. There's Kavero. Get back Arden. Go to combat. Get back Bookworm. And we're gonna swing with everything. And I think I'm just gonna hold on to our Bookworm here. They're probably gonna Wrath. They're dead on board either way. Pitching a land is fine off Bookworm trigger. The pending goes off and we pass the turn. If my opponent had Aetherize there, I would have taken a bathroom break. I would have taken a break of the Jeskai deck, sideboarding all those cards game 2 and Aetherize. There's the split up we talked about. And a snare. That seems good. So we play Awaken to get back Kavero. And this can get back... what? Honestly, Stormbird. To get Clay Bricks. And then Bookworm to present lethal on board. Let's just play the Watery Grave. In case we need more mana. We can draw a card. Pitch the island. That seems like pretty good. This is pure value right now. Relic. Put a stun counter on something. They're looking for an answer. No! I'll take it. What a good game. One goes first. We have a Brood Spinner with an Arden. We have a Surveil land. This might be worth keeping. Island into Grand. Alright. Here's the matchup we were worried about. We don't need another land. Storm Chaser's talent, yeah. Play another passage on to bounce talent with Boomerang. Yeah. Get in with Grand. Value. Throwing away a mountain. Ugh. We'll play our spinner. Throwing both of those away. Absolutely. The next turn we can Awaken the Honored. And then the turn after that we can Kavero. Seems okay. They just play a talent. And they have removal for my Brood Spinner, yep. I should probably kill Grandma. Now that Grandma is online. So we're going to play our untap land we just drew to save our life. Awaken the Honor Dread. Killing Grandma. There's their Monument of Endurance, yeah. They have no way to loot yet, though, so we have a chance. I think we just still play Kavero on Arden. Not going to copy Grand, but I could with Arden. Would that be sick? Should I take Grand from their graveyard? My spells cost one less. Nah. We'll just Overlord. Get some milling going. We'll keep Spinner in there. Bash 5. I guess we'll get Spinner this time. And pass the turn. I might get Grand next turn. Combustion Techniques on Kavero, yeah. That exiles my poor Kavero. Okay. So I pitch probably Arden. To get what? Untap land probably to be safe. Swinging for 5. We'll decline on that. And hard cast Harvester to clean up their otters. Seems pretty good. They don't have a looting effect with Endurance, so I think we're pretty safe for the moment. Leveling up the class to probably get back Boomerang basics, yep. Get rid of our token. Seems fair. Player Surveil land we drew. Pitching a land. Playing our Spinner Spider. Want a Bitter Triumph to try and get in for lethal. Probably not. Dash down. Boomerang basics. Get another token, yep. And off to game 2. That game wasn't over, but... Alright, so we bring in Lantern for sure. We bring our second Cavern in. Bring in Urgent. Bring in Stormblood. Bring in Elite. I don't think Bat comes in here, unfortunately. I want to keep Bitter Triumphs in for Grandma. Is that bad? It's probably bad. Go down 1 Analyze. Analyze is so good. Maybe go down a Bringer. Like so, and try it like this. Soul Guide Lantern's okay here. We can Analyze with Overlord with Soul Guide to keep them off lessons. That's okay. Turn 1 Grand, yep. So our Blooming Marsh can go find... probably an island so we can get our Verge online. Our Awaken can kill Grand. They have all their colors this game. So they attack with Grand. Throwing away another Grand. Aw. And they just keep 2 mana up? Okay, well. If you want to quench my Overlord, then you can. Nope. Elite is really good, so I'm going to bring that back off of the Impending. Or off the Overlord. This way we can kill Endurance if we need to later. Nothing? You play nothing. You didn't even have your looting effect at instant speed? There's the Endurance. So I think we just killed the Endurance with Awaken the Honor Dread, right? That's all we do. They pitched a Wisdom. Gross. And they have their own Soul Guide Lantern, yeah. So I think that's still okay for us because now we can Awaken on their Endurance, and that's more important right now. We can Elite on their Soul Guide Lantern on our upkeep. So they can't get any more spells once we get them with Awaken. Another Monument. Sure. Ooh, we can copy Grand with Cavero. Okay, Soul Guide Lantern. I think we missed our window there. Another Awaken's really good. So we can kill Soul Guide Lantern at the end of their turn, and then Awaken to get back Elite, probably. We can Awaken on their Monument of Endurance as well. It's another one, sure. It's scary, because now they get to loot twice with Grand Grand. Grand Grand is still not online. They kept Torch in, though. That's crazy. Drain me for 3 and draw a card. Not keeping a treasure up seems really good for us. And they don't have another land drop, so we're just going to cycle this for 1 to kill Soul Guide Lantern. Unfortunately, they exile this, and we don't get anything off our Awaken. But that's kind of the game we're playing right now. I'm going to decline that, and that goes away. So next we can what? Awaken with Overlord. Take them off their game plan. It might have been good to take them off Grand Grand there. But Grand Grand's not online yet, and we'll Soul Guide Lantern next turn probably. I flipped over Cabinet Souls, which would be pretty good. There's their Artisan talent. Okay. That's a problem. Into a Riddler, draw 2. They also could have attacked with Grand Grand. I don't know. They pitched a Riddler, so we get to copy Riddler with Cavero? Right? Is it just yours? In a graveyard. Oh, this is going to be sweet. Mill 3 cards. This seems like a really good turn for us, right? So we can Harvester on Grand Grand. Cavero on their Riddler. Draw a card. And then next turn, we can throw away Bringer, get back something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm short of Arden, so maybe get back Harvester. Oh, they bounce Cavero? So now we just get Cabinet Souls now. Wisdom in response, sure. Draw 3. And I die. Okay. I was close to turning the corner. We were so close. I mean, I could have copied Arden, but I didn't think there was one in my graveyard. Was there? I'll play first. We can play Bookworm with this hand. Seems okay. Maybe this Urgent is gonna 3-for-1 them. We'll just play our land and pass. They play an island in the Grand Grand, yep. So we have a Bookworm at least. To block Grand Grand. We can throw away a Bringer. Not bad. We can Urgent. He's pretty good. Soul Guide Lantern, never mind. There goes my Bringer. You had 8 ads? Yeah, I only play the minimum amount of ads on my channel I possibly can. It's 3 minutes of ads once an hour. And then you shouldn't be getting other ads, but Twitch has been dumb lately. Sorry about that. Bitter Triumph. which we can't play until we play this, so we can surveil. Hopefully finding another land, which is great. Guess we can just bookworm here. Have 2 blockers. And then we can draw twice. Is fine. And throw away Brood. Throw away another land. That seems fine. Pass a turn. We could just play straight Cavero on our spinner and force them to use Sultai Lantern. That's also an option. And an attachment main phase. Throwings. Well, they threw away Sphinx, so I guess we can Cavero that. Forcing them to... Oh, they can't with Soul Guide. Might be our play. We'll just swing for this. Also, Substance, you can just subscribe if you're tired of seeing ads on Twitch or get Twitch Turbo. I'm sorry. There's no other way I can get around that. The opponent just takes the 2 from the Bookworm. We can also keep up Urgent. We don't have anything in our graveyard, so I guess that doesn't matter. Opponent, would you like to respond to Cavero? I kind of hope they crack it here. This is the ultimate bluff. No? Okay. Darn it, they didn't fall for my trap. Cabinet of Souls is pretty good here. Get some Bookworm triggers at end step. Here we can pitch an Arden. And then we can hold on to Analyze and pitch another land. Seems okay. Abandon attachment main phase again. So they're missing land drops again, which is really good for us. So what we can... Oh, they're just getting jiggy with it. Trying to find a land. Then they give up. Happens in the... It's like 1-for-1 case of the finals of Worlds. Kind of like that. You get to play first. This hand seems okay with Overlords. I'll keep it. Mono red is kind of dead in best of ones. We've seen quite a bit of mono red on best of 1 and best of 3 today. Surprisingly, both versions. Both an actual just straight old school mono red, and also the we've also seen the Leyline as well. So Mortuary, throw Bringer away, perfect. Analyze a Pollen, can find Cavero already. Llanowar Elf. So you're telling me we're racing. Play Blooming Marsh and Overlord. There's a Cavero. I will take up Cavero. So what are you going to do turn 2? Are you just like mono green good stuff? Badger Mole, yeah. If that's all you're going to do, I'm okay with that. They can play Ouroboros next turn. If they play another Badger Mole here, maybe we have to kill a Badger Mole with Awaken. Origin a Metal Bending main board. That's sick. I think I still want to Overlord here. And decline to get anything back. And get a Verge and pass. I don't want to kill anything at this point. The Bringer, the Last Gifts, is just going to be more than lethal. It is definitely a choice what my opponent did my last turn, but they drew the second Badger Mole, so they have 6 mana to do what? To do what? You're playing Ouroboros here, but it looks really bad. Origin of Metal Bending my Overlord again. Sure. Considered myself Metal Bend. It just makes my graveyard better, so I think that's a mistake, my friend. Wallop Centuries. Okay. I will play my Kavero on turn 4. Copying a Bringer the Last Gifts. Getting a trigger. Keeping this Arden. And going to game 2. He just might be mana efficient, but that was just trash. So we can bring in Disruptive. Probably bring in Elite and bring in Intimidation Tactics. Is this a Glarb matchup finally? Do we bring in Glarb? I want to bring in Glarb so bad. Take an Overlord out. Take a little Friends out. Take a Bitter Triumph out, at least one. Maybe Analyze the Pollen. It's so hard to sideboard because I don't want to like take away all my threats. Harvester is going to be great here, so maybe this isn't a Terra matchup. Do something like this. Just 61 special again because I don't know how to sideboard. We turn 1 Swamp and Intimidation Tactics. I do too many 61 specials, and I admit it is something weak in my game, and I need to work on it, but I don't know how. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. I need to be better at sideboarding. So we're going to be playing a lot of best of 3 on this channel for a bit. So we can get some action going. My opponent molded 5, which is really bad for them. Because I'm going to play a Swamp and play a Tactics. They're playing blue. Counter target artifact or creature spell unless the controller plays 4 or 3 steps ahead. That was not what your deck was game 1, friend. That was not what your deck was game 1. What is going on? They're going to play a 3rd land and play Elf. Sure. And we can cycle or Harvester, kill the Elf. Can't counter that, sorry. I guess we can play a Bookworm and force their Spectral Interference out. I don't know why my Lord of the Rings music is now World of Warcraft music, but here we are. Go to end step. Pitch the land. We don't need... I mean, we might need double blue. And they just passed? Okay. We'll go to combat. Getcha. Play another Bookworm. Try to make them waste their interference. Nope. Okay. So we just play our Surveil land. Throw an Arden away, that's for sure. Trigger, trigger. Awaken is fine. We can pitch that. Intimidation Tactics is fine, so I should probably pitch Harvester. So they found another land or else. So let's Intimidation Tactics them. See what else they have drawn. A Kiora. Okay. Do I want them to Origin Mental Bending us? For their land or elves? Probably not. We can just attack with a Bookworm, keep up Bitter Triumph, and get some value here by cycling Doorway Bringer, yeah. There's a Glarb. No, Glarb. I'm gonna throw away Awaken. Our graveyard's big enough. I'm not worried about their board so far. I'm gonna beat down with 2/3s, guys. Where's my camera? I just have it off today. I mean, I'll have my camera on eventually. But I'm just feeling like I still enjoy with my camera off. Unless you want to really want to see my face. I don't know, you should sub or something and I will show my face. I don't know. I'm just vibing, playing Magic with the boys. 3 steps ahead to draw 2 cards and discard. Fine. That's really good for us, because now we can Cavero. Okay. So we can Cavero now, get back Arden, and my opponent scoops it up. They got mana screwed, but I have no idea what they're playing. So a quick wrap up for you. It's Cavero. Cavero does Cavero things. When Cavero mills over well, it does great. It's great at winning game 1 until all the graveyard hate comes out of nowhere, which is normal to be expected. But I kind of like this version of going more towards the ground with Bookworm, Spinner, and Analyze the Pollen. A way to find Cavero or find your Cabinet Souls when you need it, or just have more blockers. They were playing Town Greeter, and it doesn't really block as well, where you can get more advantage, I feel, with Bookworm, or Brood Spinner is a great blocker. So I kind of like this new version better, and it makes sense why Ken Yukuhiro made top 8. Not only he's an exceptional player, but he made a better version of Cavero, and this deck is sick. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, have fun during the holidays, and I'll see you in the next video.